I mean, somebody said it was George Conway. He said he ran for three things: to stay out of prison, to get revenge on his enemies, and to make money. Right? To grift.
It's something of a disease. It's pathological. I mean, you have a psychopathic, authoritarian type of leader, and now all of the lines that used to not be, you couldn't cross, about saying things about race and gender and ethnicity and conspiracy theories, all of these lines have now been crossed. I mean, you have that Posobiec guy, you've got Laura Loomer being pushed by Donald Trump. You have people like Marjorie Taylor Greene in Congress. You have all of these things. There is no normality left in the Republican Party. They're driving the normals out. And as a result, they have their own distorted view of the world, and they know they're losing, which is why they're more and more desperate and becoming more and more unhinged and talking more about destroying the country than they are about actually working together with people. It's classic authoritarian fascist movement kind of thing, where they divide them, they isolate themselves, and they basically say, cultish really, and they say that basically everyone who's not in our group is evil and dangerous, and in this case, the word was subhuman.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, there's not going to be, just kind of like the Mr. Abrego indictment.
Yeah.
There's not going to be any, it's all going to be double, triple hearsay. He's saying, oh, the dossier was in the assessment. Trump probably put it in there himself. Like, it's going to be, when Trump says, I was framed, what he means is I'm about to frame people.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always projection. Well, I mean, in this latest story this morning, Ellison, it's just James Comey was tailed by unmarked cars tracked by Secret Service after the stupid seashell thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is full on, what do you want to call it? Surveillance state, police state? The Secret Service ordered law enforcement officers to track James Comey on the day he posted a photo of seashells that spelled out 8647. Authorities in unmarked cars and plainclothes tailed Comey and his wife from their vacation in North Carolina to their home in Virginia, where federal authorities were waiting to take him to Washington for an interview. Authorities were tracking his phone. I mean, and by the way, he's already ordered, what was it, IRS audits, right, of Comey and McCabe. Your friend, right? Andy McCabe. So it's not like this kind of vengeance is new. It's just it's turned up to 11 now.
Yeah, the super dangerous Jim Comey.
Seashell crime, yeah.
Seashell crimes. They'll make a new one, right? They'll just declare a new law through the executive fiat. It's ridiculous. I think it's designed to. It's part of his retribution, but it's also timed to quell the MAGA crowd about the fact that the Epstein files are
right.
A bunch of BS. So it'll be interesting to see if they actually charge any crimes. What would be really especially interesting is if they appoint a special counsel after they spent a year and a half arguing that special counsels are illegal and having his documents case thrown out because you can't have a special counsel. So if they do pick a special counsel, it'll have to be somebody that was approved by the Senate. So that could be interesting and fun.
Allison, what do you know about, we just mentioned right about Jamie Raskin calling on them to, it's the second half of the Jack Smith report about the classified documents. I mean, first of all, we all know they're not going to, right? I mean, it's but I guess you've got to try to ask, right? But where are we on that?
Oh, yeah, they'll ask, but I'm sure that thing is in a shred bin in a million pieces somewhere.
Yeah.
Wiped from
Speaking of other obvious crimes with 11 billion pieces of evidence that he got away with. Okay. Also, just on Trump, Russia, I don't know. I just thought, just today's story. Trump appointed an unvetted, no security clearance, Soviet Union-born son of high-ranking Russian intelligence officer to be the head of personnel in the White House, in charge of hiring all the invisible White House staff, housekeepers, kitchen workers, janitorial staff, groundskeepers, as well as many other positions. What could possibly go wrong? I mean...
Oh, yes, this the Sergei Gore guy?
It is.
Yes. It said a top Maltese aide, not the dog. I used to have a Maltese dog, but no, it's a country.
Yep.
Right. He was actually born in the Soviet Union. They said he was Maltese, right? Mm-hmm. Elon Musk, in particular, has obsessed over his nationality, calling him a snake in an X post. This fight is getting good, isn't it? This whole bag of rats with Elon Musk, Trump, Bannon.
Well, now how many stingrays are in the White House?
Right.
And how many kitchen staff have thick Russian accents? We'll have to find out.
Yeah, yeah. Meanwhile, all right, let's skip down to just on Ukraine. Hakeem Jeffries yesterday. Representative Hakeem
Ukraine is an ally. Russia is a sworn enemy of the United States of America. And when you limit Ukraine's ability to be successful in the war of aggression that Russia has launched against a sovereign country, you undermine America's national security interests, and that's highly problematic.
Like everything else, the policy is just incoherent at this point, isn't it? It seems like Trump just discovered yesterday that Putin is full of, but then he doesn't know that Hegseth stopped, weapons going to Ukraine, right?
For the third time.
Right.
So when we talk about, when Trump comes out and says, we're going to investigate Joe Biden's auto pen.
Yes.
Why don't we look at all the people making unilateral decisions in the Trump administration that Trump doesn't seem to know about, whether it's Stephen Miller, Russ Vought, or Pete Kegstand?
Yeah. Kegstand. I like that one. Yeah, you quoted Andy Biggs. Who's operating the auto pen? Was there a criminal conduct and a cover-up in the Biden White House? And who should be prosecuted for such a thing? And you said, sorry, guys, presidents are immune. Biden's above your petty laws that don't even exist now. Yeah. I mean...
Great point.
Right. Yeah. That's what she does, is make great points.
I know. That's why we booked her.
It's her bag. Yeah. They don't... The hypocrisy is so... All right, one more Hakeem Jeffries on Kegstand.
Pete Hegseth is the most unqualified defense secretary in American history. He undermines the ability of the Department of Defense to keep the American people safe. And Donald Trump should fire him, or Pete Hegseth should tender his resignation. That's been clear and apparent for months. And it's shocking to me that this charade continues to go on.
What would it take to get fired in the Trump administration? So you can drunk text war plans on Signal. You can order shipments of weapons stopped without telling the commander-in-chief. You can, like Kristi Noem, wait 3 days to get help to Texas, right, from FEMA.
Oh, no. What gets you fired from the Trump administration is when you tell the court that Mr. Abrego was deported erroneously, and then you get fired for that. All of his emails and texts, by the way, came out today proving that Emil Bovee, the PAYDAG now and the nominee for the Third Circuit Court of Appeals, told ADAGs at the Department of Justice to tell the court to F you. So there's now documentary proof, in case anybody was wondering. I wonder if Chuck Grassley, who normally likes whistleblowers, changes his tune. Probably not.
Right. Yeah. I know it's sort of exhausting, right? I mean, you retweeted George Takei, who just said, "I hope never to see concentration camps like the one I grew up in appear again in this country. Reading this breaks my heart." I mean, reading the details of Abrego's torture in an El Salvadorian gulag, reading the details of alligator Auschwitz, it's all just I don't know what other word to use. Just stomach churning.
Yeah, and if you want to read Mr. Abrego's details about his torture and the torture of others in Seacoast, I put that up. I wrote it up, but content warning. But it's at MullerSheWrote.com if anybody wants to read that.
Yeah, I was saying it, Allison. We're at Abu Ghraib meets Hurricane Katrina. It's a different, just catastrophic disaster from the Trump administration. Literally, just about every day, isn't it?
Yeah, and we figured it would be, right, without the guardrails, without the adults in the room in the second term. We talked a lot about it. Miles Taylor wrote a whole book about it. But the fact that we knew that it was coming doesn't really take the shock and disgust out of when it actually happens. But
so Trump Russia, as I was saying, the original sin, 11 billion crimes ago. You have to sometimes go, what were the first one was Ukraine, and then the second one was January 6th. But I just was looking at this one. Here we are. Hold please. This one. Uh-huh. That he's literally the quid pro quo stuff that he was impeached for over Ukraine, Allison. First of all, he's tried it with Israel. He's literally threatened to hold up aid unless they let Netanyahu go. So he's trying to dictate to other countries' judicial systems, right? And then this one, Personality Cult, says Trump wants you to pay 30% more for a cup of coffee because he thinks Brazil is being unfair to his buddy Bolsonaro, who is accused of lying that he won the 2022 election and inciting an attempted coup. First of all, sounds familiar,
Yeah.
but seriously, he's trying to not only like threaten people here, but other countries and other judges and other judicial systems to do his bit to quid pro quo if they want aid or whatever.
Yeah, and he
Or
just
not
puts
tariffs.
it out now, right? He just puts it out in posts on his social media site.
Well, this is all too familiar to me, right? You wake up with a scratchy throat, congestion, maybe a runny nose or a cough. You know your body, you know you're getting sick. So your choices are you tough it out, you get sick, take time off from work, hope the doctor can see you this month, right? Wait 2 hours at urgent care, sit in a room full of other sick people, or you can open your medical emergency kit just like mine. I just match my symptoms to the doctor recommended prescription, start on the right meds, and I nip it in the bud right now. This is not a first aid kit. It comes with doctor prescribed meds to treat dozens of common and serious medical issues, strong antibiotics for infections of all types, strep throat, pneumonia, UTIs, bronchitis, and a lot more. Plus, a doctor's easy guide so you know exactly what to take and when. No waiting to see the doctor, no waiting at the pharmacy. All my meds are right here in my kit. Every home should have at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in just minutes. Your kit will be rushed to your door. Get $45 off at urgentcarekit.com/Stephanie. The promo code is Stephanie. Don't forget promo code Stephanie at urgentcarekit.com/Stephanie.